So today I want to talk to you guys about what you can do to stay more active in the car community. Now, like with anything, burnout is a huge deal. So especially in a community where you're pouring all of your time and resources in just to get toxic feedback, it's not great. And Bladed Angel made a video on this recently, and I just kind of want to touch on this because it's really interesting to me because, I found one way that I've stayed more involved in the car community and started liking and enjoying cars more is just by doing other things. Like I've taken up guitar, for example, and, making YouTube videos. Yes, they're about cars, but what you don't see is that there's a lot more work put behind them than just cars. So first off, I want to say, get another hobby. I don't care what that is, just do something else. Now, that doesn't mean to completely drop cars, which, I wouldn't want you to do. I'm trying to help you stay more involved in the car community. So let's not just put the cars aside right now, but instead pick up something to do with it. So maybe take up an instrument, take a class on something. I don't do literally anything. Get into PCs. I don't care what you do, just start doing something that can really help. 2, start doing more car-based events. Now, I know this kind of contradicts the last thing, but if you get involved in the actual community itself, you will find yourself enjoying it a lot more. So some of the most fun that I've had as a car guy is at car shows or at races. There's so many fun things to do with cars. So go find a cheap $20 race and go enjoy that for an afternoon. So anyway, just go be doing things that will get you more involved in the community itself. Go do things with cars. Number 3, and this one really helped me, and it was kind of random. Go take up car detailing. So I made a car detailing business when I lived in the US. Now, for those who are uninformed, I just moved to Germany like 3-4 months ago from the US. It's a bit of a transition, but that's not part of this right now. Anyway, in the US, I had a car detailing business that I ran. Now, along with being good money, you learn a lot while doing that kind of stuff. There's a lot of good YouTube videos to teach you how to do that. So if you're wondering, then just go check out a YouTube video. Now, 4, take up some car video games. Now, I know video games can be dumb, and if you don't have time or money to put into that, that's fine. But for me, I really love the Forza Horizon series. It's so much fun. You can learn car name and the looks of the cars, for 1. And 2, you can appreciate upgrading and modding cars a little bit. There's so much you can do on games like Forza where you can adjust everything on a car. You can modify just about everything. It's so awesome. So I definitely recommend doing something like that. Or find a game that goes more specifically towards a motorsport that you like. I, on Steam, have a couple of games. I've got NASCAR, I've got Formula 1, I've got a drift game, I've got a couple. So it's a lot of fun to play those, and it's a good way to kill some time if you're bored. And 2, it helps get more involved in the car community. Now, number 5, for those of you who followed my YouTube or Instagram, you guys will know that I do some car spotting. Car spotting is definitely a way to get more involved or more invested in cars. Seeing them in video games, like I said, is cool, but it doesn't give you any real satisfaction, and it's not as cool as seeing them in person. So if you live in a city that has an area like this, go to the richer part of town and just walk around for a couple minutes. You'll find some really interesting cars. You'll see some cool things. And, you take some videos and you can put them up on Instagram and, gain a couple thousand views, a couple followers, and it'll be cool. Now, along with the do's, I want to get into some of the do-nots. So one thing that I would very much avoid is devoting all of your time and energy to the car community. I was feeling a little bit burnt out after making a bunch of videos recently. So that's, one of the reasons that I stopped for about a month and took a little bit of a break. Taking breaks is a great thing. You have to do that sometimes. But what I'm going to say is don't get too heavily invested. Don't pour all of your time and your whole heart into cars. Go do something else. Kind of like I said at the start, find another hobby.
2,000 years later.
I'm going to be honest, at this point I can't think of any more do-nots, and this is my first unscripted video, so I'm doing this, as I said, without a script, and so I'm not really sure what else to put in here. So if you guys have any other suggestions, put them down in the comments. Also, please go check out my Instagram. I've got some cool shorts on there, and as well as here on YouTube where you guys are seeing this, please like, subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you don't, then please try and share it with somebody who you think might like it. If you can't think of anybody, then please comment down below and tell me what I should do better. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.